Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's talk about the lymphatic tissue, the lymphoid system or the immune system of the body. Here I want to tell you that in our body, there are certain cells which are solitary cells. They are present in the connective tissue here and there. We have studied the connective tissue previously, and I have told you that one of the functions of the connective tissue is the surveillance and defense. We have got the macrophages, the plasma cells, which are present in the connective tissue, and they provide the defense against the invading organisms, against the intruders, the outside foreign bodies. They are attacked by these guards, the body guards, the security guards the nature has provided. अल्लाह ने जगह जगह पर दरबान बिठा रखे हैं हमारे जिस्म में, हमारे सर से लेकर पाँव तक बॉडी में एक ऐसा सिस्टम है जिसमें लिम्फेटिक टिश्यू मौजूद है, और उस लिम्फेटिक टिश्यू का काम जो है वो मुदाफ़ती निज़ाम कायम करना है. और ये जो लिम्फेटिक टिश्यू हमारी बॉडी में है, इसमें सेल्स भी हैं, इसमें कुछ सेल्स की कलेक्शन और क्लस्टर्स ऑफ द सेल्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द माल्ट, गाल्ट एंड बाल्ट. The malt is mucosa associated lymphatic tissue, galt is gut associated connective tissue. You will find here and there in the body, in the mucous membranes, there are the collection of the lymphocytes, the plasma cells, and this is a diffuse type of connective tissue. Diffuse type, it is a diffuse type of lymphatic tissue. The lymphatic tissue is composed of the lymphocytes, and there are reticular fibers and the reticular tissue. We have studied the reticular tissue. The reticular tissue is, I have told you, this is a special type of connective tissue which is forming the stroma of the lymphoid organ, the spleen, the lymph node and the tonsils and thymus. These are the lymphatic organs. So there are 4 lymphoid organs are also present in the body, and these lymphatic organs we have to study one by one. And I was talking about the distribution of the lymphatic tissue in the body. The distribution of the lymphatic tissue in the body is in the form of the cells, in the form of the tissues, and in the form of the organs. So this is the distribution. And also you will see that this lymphatic tissue in the body is present in the form of the diffuse type of lymphatic tissue, and there is a nodular type of lymphatic tissue. Here you can see this is a lymphatic nodule. This is a circular collection of the lymphocytes. The lymphocytes are collected in the form of a circular structure. 200 microns to 1 millimeter in diameter structures are present here and there in the body, in the organs which are known as the lymphoid organs, and this structure is called the lymphatic nodule. And lymphatic nodules are of 2 types. There are primary and secondary lymphatic nodules. The primary lymphatic nodules are typical lymphatic nodules in which we will find 2 specific areas under the microscope. There is a very darkly stained peripheral zone which is known as the mental, which is known as the cortex, and there is a central lightly stained area, and this lightly stained area is called the germinal center, because as its name indicates, you can very well imagine the germination is going on. So this is the area where we have got a lot of lymphoblasts. Lymphoblast is an immature lymphocyte which has got a big euchromatic lightly stained nucleus, and because of the presence of this lightly stained nucleus in the lymphoblast, this area which is in the center of the lymphatic nodule is called the germinal center. And as the lymphoblast divides and they gives rise to the small lymphocytes, these lymphocytes, they are then aggregating on the periphery in the form of the cortex or the mantle of the primary lymphatic nodule. And there are then we have got the secondary lymphatic nodules which are homogeneous. There is no germination going on. As regards the primary lymphatic nodules, I would like to tell you that in a newborn baby and in an animal which is grown under an aseptic environment, there will be no lymphatic nodules. We will not see the lymphatic nodules in the mucous membrane or in the tissues because the lymphatic nodules are being generated, they are being produced in response to certain antigenic stimulus. So whenever we come across with some antigenic stimulus, and what is antigen? All the bacteria, fungi and viruses, the proteins which are the foreign proteins, whenever they are inoculated in the body, they give rise to an antibody response. And these antigens, they are determined at the level of the molecule, and this part, the specific part of this protein which is detected by the receptors which are present over the cell membrane of the lymphocytes, that is known as the antigenic determinants. And these are epitopes and antigenic determinants. All the antigenic determinants, they can be recognized by the cell membrane of the lymphocytes. The nature has provided the ability to recognize each and every potential antigenic determinant. So whenever there is an attack by the bacteria, fungi and viruses, our body responds in two directions. There is a cell mediated response and there is an antibody mediated response. You know that there are T lymphocytes and there are B lymphocytes, and whenever the bacteria and the cells targeted by the T lymphocytes, they are giving rise to a cell mediated response. We have got very special type of T lymphocytes which are known as the cytotoxic T lymphocytes or the killer cells. These killer cells, they have got in the cytoplasm the granules which have got different types of proteolytic enzymes, the proteins. One of them is the perforin, there are proteases, there are lymphotoxins. The cell, when infested with the viruses or the parasites, they are attacked by these killer cells, and these killer cells, they produce the perforin which is secreted, and perforin, as its name indicates, it perforates the cell membrane of the target cell, and the perforation gives rise to the influx of the molecules and the water from the cell, and there is an osmotic lysis of the cell, and in this way the cell is being killed by these killer cells. In another type of response which is known as the humoral or antibody mediated response, the B lymphocytes. The B lymphocytes, they are a humoral immune response occurs when the antigenic determinant is recognized by the B lymphocytes. After being activated, the B lymphocytes are transformed into the immunoblasts, which proliferate and then differentiate into plasma cells and the memory cell. Plasma cells, you are familiar with the plasma cell, we have read in the case of the corrective tissue. Plasma cell is a big cell which has got a nucleus which is cartwheel in appearance, and plasma cells are the cells which produce the antibodies. And the antibodies are actually the antidotes. These are the antidotes which will then neutralize the antigen. And as regards the memory cell, as the name indicates, The memory cells do not participate in the initial or primary response to a specific antigen. Rather, they are programmed to respond to the same antigen should it be encountered again. This second response to the same antigen upon a subsequent exposure is called secondary response. It is more rapid and intense. चुनाचे जब कभी कोई अपना एंटीजन जो है वो डिटेक्ट होती बी लिम्फोसाइट्स इम्यूनोब्लास्ट बनाते हैं. इम्यूनोब्लास्ट दे गिव्स राइज टू द प्लाज्मा सेल्स एंड द मेमोरी सेल्स. अब मेमोरी सेल्स में अल्लाह ताला प्रोग्रामिंग कर देते हैं और वो उसको रिकॉग्नाइज कर लेते हैं. आइंदा जब कभी ये एंटीजन जो है वो बॉडी पर हमलावर होगा तो ये जो है ये मेमोरी सेल्स जो कि ऑलरेडी they have got the programming inside and they will then react very intensely. Typically in a response to a foreign substance, both cellular and humoral responses are involved. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's talk about the lymph node. Can you see this bean-shaped structure, kidney-like structure? This is a small organ which is one of the lymphoid organs, and this is known as the lymph node. There are 1 millimeter to 25 millimeter in diameter structures present in the form of the groups, and here and there in the body. You are familiar in your gross anatomy. You must have read about the axillary lymph node, the lymphatic drainage of the breast. You have talked about the femoral and inguinal lymph nodes and also the popliteal lymph nodes. So there are in the body there are cervical lymph nodes present in the neck. We have got the mediastinal lymph nodes. So the lymph nodes are the structures which are present. This is actually the filtration plant. These are the structures, these are the organs which are present in between the lymphatic drainage. The lymphatic channels are passing through these filtration plants. So the lymph node is a structure which is for the filtration of the lymph. So lymph passes through these organs which are known as the lymph nodes. It is a bean-shaped structure. It is covered by a connective tissue capsule. This is a thick connective tissue capsule which is made up of the collagen fibers, the elastic fibers, and there are a lot of blood vessels in it. And these capsules, they send septa inside the trabeculae. These septa divide the substance of the lymph node into smaller compartments. And when we see under the microscope, you can see two distinct areas. An outer very darkly stained area which has got, you can see the lymphatic nodules inside. These are the primary and secondary lymphatic nodules. And in the central portion of the lymph node, we will see a lightly stained area which is known as the medulla. So the lymph node is further divided under the microscope into two areas, the cortex and the medulla. The cortex is on the outer side just beneath the capsule, and medulla is towards the hilum. As we approaches the hilum, we will see the medullary cords. Medullary cords are actually, these are the anastomosing and branching cords of lymphocytes, the plasma cells, the macrophages. And in the cortex of the lymph node, you can see the lymphatic nodules. The lymphatic tissue is in the form of the circular structures which are 200 microns to 1 millimeter in diameter, having the germinal center, and sometimes there are homogeneous type of lymphatic nodules. Sometimes there are typical primary lymphatic nodules which have got the germinal center and the cortex. And this area is known as the cortex, and these are the cortical nodules. So in the lymph node we have got the cortical nodules present. So in the lymphatic nodule there are afferent and efferent lymphatic channels. The afferent channels जो कि लेके lymph को लेके lymph node की तरफ आती हैं, they pierce the capsule at the convex side of this organ and they enter into the just beneath the capsule there is a marginal sinus, the subcapsular sinus, and this sinus then enters into the cortical sinuses, and on both sides of the trabeculae there are areas which are known as the cortical sinuses, and these cortical sinuses they then continue into the medullary sinuses, the areas in between the medullary cords. In this way the lymph is coming, which is unfiltered and is filtered in the lymph node. When it passes through these, it percolates through these channels which are known as the sinuses, and in the lining of these sinuses you have got the macrophages and the plasma cells. So all 99% of the foreign material, the foreign particles are being dissolved by the action of the plasma cells and the macrophages, and they engulf the foreign material, and filtered lymph, it comes out through the hilum by these efferent channels. And one thing keep in mind, that the flow of the lymph is unidirectional. So these afferent and efferent lymphatic channels are controlled by the valves. So anything which enters in the lymph node, it cannot retrograde. It cannot go back. It cannot go back. And when filtered lymph enters in the efferent channel, it cannot go back because the cusps of the valve will close the path.